What's up, everyone? It's me, Burger, bringing you guys actually, it's a pretty long commentary. I'm only going to be explaining the bosses and some mobs if I actually feel like they need to be explained. But this is, of course, over a World of Warcraft. They're pretty new Hour of Twilight dungeons. I figured I'd do a guide on them. I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. I am actually tanking this dungeon on my Pally tank with I think a 385 item level, which is actually pretty high for dungeons. I don't really need any of the gear. I'm kind of just doing it for Valor Caps so I can get some extra raiding gear. And maybe I'll be bringing you guys some raiding videos because I am doing Dragon Soul tomorrow. I might have to try to show a boss in for you guys, but I'm just showing my character off right here. And I think, yeah, I'm going to be fast forwarding the video because the dungeon is about 45 minutes long. So I'm going to fast forward it right here. You can see it's actually going really fast. I think it's at 2 or 3 times speed. And I'll see you guys when it gets to the boss, actually. It should actually take actually, I might stay on until the first boss, and then I'll skip on between the bosses. But if anyone doesn't really know, these bosses or these dungeons are actually pretty easy depending on your gear, just like every other goddamn dungeon. You see, I think Paladin gets stuck behind, but this dungeon especially is probably the shortest one. And most likely the easiest one because you do get that 100% crit chance. As you can see me literally critting, like it's 100% plus you do 50% more damage, and it lasts for how many seconds you have the stacks on, which is key for the boss battle. You need to remember that part because once he goes invisible, you should wait till at least 10 to 20 stacks of avoiding the eyes, so you can nuke him down faster, not have any healing or tanking issues. But you see, we are flying through this, fucking destroying them. Our DPS was actually very, very good. And you see, I do tell them to wait till 10 stacks to nuke down these mobs, because these mobs actually do have a lot of health. I think the screen just went black, but I can't tell. If it went black for you guys, I apologize. You didn't really miss anything. It's just a bunch of mobs and us running to the boss room. Anyways, the boss battle is coming up. I'm going to go ahead and explain it. It's honestly just a tank and spank, but he does put these flame circles down, and the tank does have to get them out of there so the DPS can stand behind them and do additional DPS. Other than that, after he gets to about 50%, I think he goes invisible, and he debuffs everyone, and it gets them down to like 10 or 20% health. Then he goes invisible, and healers should heal up during this part. And you're supposed to avoid the eyes for at least 10 to 20 stacks of the stealth buff, so you can crit and nuke them down. You see it happens right here. Everyone gets really low health, and I think I just end up eating the eye as fast as possible, which was a kind of mistake, but it worked out, so it doesn't really matter. Other than that, it's just rinse and repeat. It's kind of the same boss, so that's about it for this boss battle. Don't stand in shit, pull him out of shit. Avoid the eyes. Once you're fully healed up and get about 10 stacks, you see I eat it when we have like 2 stacks. But once you have about 10 to 20 stacks, start fighting again, DPS him down. He enrages at I think 20%, so defensive cooldowns should be used for then. And other than that, it's just simple tank and spank, and I hope you guys picked up some advice or like learned something new from this boss. At first I didn't really know what to do with him when I was brand new to these Hour of Twilights, but you see he does enrage right here, which increases his damage done and his attack speed, I'm pretty sure. And he will absolutely destroy you if you do not use defense cooldowns and you have a bad healer. But other than that, you see I don't move him. Those are the little green patches that you need to move him out of, and you see he drops pretty average gear, 378, just like everything else in this dungeon. But fast forward in all the... Oh god, I just hit my mic. I hope you guys didn't hear that too loud. But just mobs, tank and spank, It's simple as shit. Blah 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 blah. I'll probably end up talking to you guys when the next boss comes. The next boss is very simple. I'll just explain it right now. Sorry, I'm making a bunch of mistakes, but it's really late and I'm actually pretty tired, if you can't tell by my voice. Anyways, on the next boss, I wouldn't really call it a boss. It's honestly, all you have to do is interrupt, kill the person who gets quote unquote mind controlled. Like it's called like hand of something, I don't know. But they get taken over by the actual boss, and they start DPSing like healers and interrupting and stunning and doing all this shit. And it's really not good. You don't want that to happen. So what you want to do is you want to kill the hand as fast as possible. Also, a healer or a ranged DPS should have a focus set on the actual boss, Queen Shara, and they should always have a focus set on her, getting ready to interrupt her, because she will cast a move that will mind control the whole party and kill everyone all at once. And this will obviously end up in a raid wipe, and this will get you killed every time. If you do interrupt it, she won't do it for like 40-50 seconds. Other than that, periodically the ads will spawn based on a set timer. You can see I'm marking, I want to kill the whole left side first once they spawn every time. So I'm marking them up for everyone so they can DPS them down and they know which ones to kill faster. And all you're doing is you're just getting them together and you're AoEing them down. Well, the tank AoEs them to keep aggro on both of them, but the DPS will nuke the skull that I marked. And Paladin tanks are actually very, very, very good for this fight because they do have Avenger Shield, Rebuke, Stun, Ancient King's Holy Shield. You see, I actually do a bad job. I don't know why. Fraps was making me frame a lot harder than I'm used to. I know that's an excuse, but it was actually a legitimate reason. But other than that, you see what we do. The only difficult part is that the mobs get more separated as they spawn. And you see this can be kind of an issue for different tanks, but Paladin tanks, like I said, Avenger Shield silences for 3 seconds, and that gives us enough time for the other mob to walk over to me, and at least get them to the middle where I can get them and I can start AoEing on my Paladin. Other than that, it's just rinse and repeat. You see a hand comes up every now and then. Don't stand and shit. The one blue mob, you see he's doing it right here. He's AoEing everybody and doing a lot of damage. Anyone with a stun should stun that instantly, so the healer doesn't have to heal as much. Other than that, I think I'll talk about if you guys would like to see maybe a Paladin tanking guide, or maybe a Paladin DPS guide, or a Retribution or Protection guide. I can absolutely do this. Paladins are one of the easiest classes to play, honestly. You kind of just roll your face along the keyboard, and you end up doing the highest DPS, highest heals, or highest tanking. A quick tip for any Paladins that are watching this video: Word of Glory should be bound to something, and every now and then I use Word of Glory on every cooldown. That's just because I do fine with aggro, and I don't. You see, we beat the boss battle, easy squeezy. But I use it on every cooldown, but that's just because I can absolutely hold aggro no matter what. I do not have I have 100% no problem with aggro. Paladins have a 90% increase in aggro due to Righteous Fury, that is why, but these mobs, you just gather them up, AoE them, but yeah, use Word of Glory whenever you can. My screen just went black again. Hope to God that doesn't happen for you guys, but anyway, oh, it's back, alright. If it does randomly cut out, I'm not sure what happens. Fraps is really weird, so sorry about that. You didn't really miss anything. You missed Illidan saying, "I'm gonna drink this water and it's gonna make me crazy and I'm gonna do all this shit, yeah, I'm Illidan." But other than that, what was I saying? Yeah, Word of Glory whenever you can. Whenever you can help your healer, definitely help your healer. And I actually might do a Paladin guide now that I keep thinking about it, that after this video I might have to do that. But other than that, we're getting to the boss right here, Lord Vanaroth. We want to do, oh sorry, I leaned forward and like I don't know, I hit my toe and God, I talked weird when I did that. All you want to do with this guy is he's literally a tank and spank. Honestly, the range DPS is supposed to spread out so they don't get hit by that red chain lightning as much, because it does do a nice 35k chunk to everybody. But other than that, all he does is Manaroth, I don't know, does a Fell Firestorm, and it absolutely rapes DPS if they stand in it. So what you want to do with the boss is you want to backpedal. You just want to backpedal the boss so it leaves a trail of fire. And once it's over, all you want to do is you want to turn around, and when he does the Fell Firestorm again, you do the same exact thing. A little bit, once he gets down to like 20, I know it's timer based, but every time I've done it, once Vanaroth gets down to like about 20%, I forgot what her name, it's like Tyrande or something, Tyrande, I don't know, I forgot her name. The Night Elf that's fighting off all those demons runs out of ammo, and you do have to go over and help her and kill the sapper type people. This is very key because I've had many groups not do this right. And what many groups don't do right is they don't kill those like sapper people, and Tyrande or Tyrande, I don't know, Shaquanda never gets back up. And it's very frustrating for the tank to DPS. You see that I'm attacking the sappers right now. Once you kill them, she gets back up, and she destroys all the ads at once. And it's very key for this to happen so you can set up position. Oh, I'm itching my ear. Hopefully that doesn't make too much noise. It's very key for getting in position for the next fight, and you see it actually does screw me up. The DPS, this group actually did it, so I didn't have to worry too much about it. But you see, the second we killed it, she gets back up and she kills everything. Now that we're on the big guy, actually, I forgot to explain, Vanaroth, he drops a sword after you kill him, and what you want to do is you want to right-click that sword right away to start massive DPS on the boss. You see, I think he does have like 900 million health. I think that's what that is. And whenever you attack, it... sorry. When you click that sword and it sends... It like flies toward the boss and it pierces his armor. And like it's like every other attack does 33.5k damage to the boss. For everyone that's melee hitting him, white hitting him, or whatever. And this will cause massive DPS increases. I think you can see... I can't really see. I think the warrior's doing 105,000 DPS, which is fucking outrageous. And everyone else is doing about 60k, and that's how you get the boss down. You see, eventually he does do another portal rip or some shit. And he does, he summons a portal where the tank, all you have to do for the tank... Oh god, my mouth is getting really dry from talking this much, sorry. Ah, jeez. All you want to really do as a tank is stand in front of there and AoE so you pick up every mobs. It does get pretty hard because he does use Fell Firestorm like halfway through it. And it gets to kind of a pain in the ass stage where you have to like... I did it wrong, but you want to position the fire so it goes all the way around the portal so you can stand in the middle and no one else can get outside of it. Other than that, eventually I forgot what move, I think it's called Inferno. He starts casting Inferno, and then Infernals come, like they rain like crazy, but all you have to do is stack on the boss and keep AoEing, because T-Ronde or Shaquanda or whatever will ultimate beam them, and it'll absolutely destroy every one of the ads, and it's an instant kill to all the ads. And then eventually Illidan goes ham and gives everyone a buff that does an additional 33,000 damage a second to the boss, on top of the Magister's Arc, which does 33.5k every other like white hit. So on top of that, that's about a 60k DPS increase. And you'll see the boss actually starts dropping like really fast. And about 10 seconds after that happens, normally in normal groups, you see, yeah, he's actually doing it right here. He starts yelling, and then all of a sudden all the ads die because I get the fucking super buff. Anyways, about 20 seconds after you get that buff that does 33k to everything, the boss battle is over, and that's all you have to really do. Tanks just AoE and keep the ads in place while the DPS smash the boss down. On this phase, once you get the debuff, everyone should stack right in front of the boss, so like I don't have to worry about kiting all the ads around and AoEing constantly. I can just stand and help DPS on the boss. But you see, we do complete the dungeon there, and that is my tanking guide to, I think this is end time. I don't remember. If I did screw that up, that sucks. Hold on. Shit. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Sorry. Come on. Computer, come on. Wow, well that was a hell of an outro. But hope you guys did enjoy. I should have a, a Paladin tanking guide and maybe a DPS. And I can do heals because that's pretty easy. But other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy this fucking sweet video. I hope to see you guys soon. Hold on, I have the fucking file open here. I'm getting this dungeon name. Hold on. This one is Well of Eternity. I'm an idiot. I'm such a retard. It's Well of Eternity. But see you guys later.
Into the time portal before this